what's going on today. Well, we got a different one, man. We're in a different location. I'm in my car today because next door they're doing some type of like house renovation of sorts, and they got this thing going like so yeah, I'm not trying to have that get in your way. We might have people like walk up to the car and be like, what's he doing in here talking to himself? But we're okay, because we'll be okay, and we're gonna keep doing this. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to get right into it today because I don't want to waste too much of your time. I'm not a time waster. I'm a time baster, right? You know, like you baste a chicken, then you put it in the oven, and then you bring it out, and it tastes delicious. That's me, man. That's me. That's my thought. That's the fucking vibe we're going for here. All right. Anyway, today, who am I? The MC, and so are you. Ooh. Hello again. So, this one's a bit juicy, kind of ripe, like that watermelon. Yeah. Make sure you don't want to bite it too big, because if you bite it too big and someone makes you laugh, you're gonna have a mess everywhere. It's gonna be on your clothes. It's gonna be on the ground. It's probably gonna be on your Aunt Bernice's favorite dress, and you don't want that. But anyway, you're gonna laugh, man, because I'm funny, right? I don't know. Regardless, I feel sorry if you're not gonna laugh, or at least smile, because it's a beautiful day to be alive, and that's what's most important. So who am I? The MC, and so are you. Before we get into that, I want to do a little brief update on my progress here. I mean, I wasn't expecting my mind to start changing so quickly, but as we do this, the day 3 of the challenge, which I'm deciding it's going to be a 30-day challenge, a 30-day upload challenge, I'm already starting to see a change in my thought patterns. I'm starting to go through various ideas to the point where I feel like I always need a pen or a pad nearby. So this is a disclaimer. If you have something that you want to do, start doing it. You have no idea how much you will grow just from going through that process and trying to make it happen. Me personally, I'm all about growth and expansion that radiates from your core, so you can shine that light on anybody you can, and we all get brighter, you know. I mean, I wonder how successful the world would be if we all were able to pick ourselves out of the muck of our day-to-day realities that are implied and just feel good about our presence in the moment and where we are going. Like, we get stuck in the past so much that it feels like we grind to a halt, and it makes it so every step forward feels like you're trying to get your way out of some quicksand. And it makes a lot of sense, because momentum is super key in life. Just think about running. There's a point in running which you will reach after a while if you continue to run. The first few days when you run, you'll just be in complete pain. You'll want to stop. It'll be hard to breathe. You might have cramps. You might have things like feelings in your chest that you feel like the pain won't ever go away. You get some water, you rest, it gets a bit better. But eventually you break into this other level where you can unlock the runner's high. And this usually comes in around like the 1.5 mile, 2 mile mark for people who just steadily run. But you're filled with like a happiness, and you feel like you just want to keep running. Your body feels lighter. You can feel the energy flow into your muscles, and you just want to keep running, and it just feels like, hey, I could stay like this forever. And really what you're doing is you're breaking into the flow state of running. And I believe that there's a flow state in pretty much everything that we do. The flow state is basically the point where whatever you're doing just kind of seems to flow naturally, and you're often able to look backward afterwards and be like, whoa, I did that? Yeah, I'm kind of awesome. Then you humble yourself and you keep stepping forward. And so with that in mind, I'm kind of excited to see where the momentum that I'm gaining takes me. But anyway, let's go back to the main topic at hand. Who am I? The MC, and so are you. So what does that mean? When it comes to hip-hop music or really anything, the one with the mic in their hand is often called the MC. The MC is short for Master of Ceremonies. They are the one who leads the charge. Also in writing and in entertainment, you also have the MC. And here it stands for the main character, the person who the story's about. And they can appear in many different forms. You got the happy main characters, you got the sad ones, you got the fury ones, you got so many different varieties of emotions that can kind of portray themselves as the main attribute of different main characters. And well, people love stories of all different kinds because there's so much to look at and learn from, because there's so many different characters who can be different than us or maybe the same as us that can inspire us in different ways. So as we go forward, those are the two main definitions we're working with today. An MC on stage controls the crowd with what they do, and we all have the opportunity to be an MC in today's day and age because of our phones and these screens got power. Anyway, simply record yourself and release it to the world, and you are the MC. It may not be to the masses, but at the very least, you are putting yourself out there for people to possibly judge it. And that makes it spooky, but it's also essential if you're ever going to make a real impact in the world. I mean, if people can't hear what you have to say, then they're just going to assume that you have nothing to say. So, as someone who writes the lyrics, accepting the role of MC is critical. For lyrics, it's really interesting because you'll have a lot of people who have the ability to rhyme, but a lot of the times they're not really saying much. They're talking about how big they are, how cool they are, and everything. And you kind of need that big and bold persona for people to be like, hey, I should listen to this. But like, if you take the time to listen to the like people who don't have that same type of energy, you can often find the most truth, things that help you the most, because they're not caught up in the ego. They're just letting what we know reload as we go. Amigo, you see, bro. Anyway, so it's kind of tough to live up to the ideals that people have, and they will judge you, but a true MC ignores those, and they step forward with the realization that their goals are beyond judgment, because we are just the vessels of our wants and needs and goals, and every day we fight towards our destiny. Get in the video right there, man. You know, it's just, anyway. On the main character side of things, you can find that anyone can be a main character. They don't have to be the typical courageous individual. They just have to have a goal and the perseverance to push forward. People generally like the main character who is a bundle of energy and cheerful and bringing joy to those around them. But they can also be the more reserved. They can be well liked in many different ways, you know, because if you're here listening to this video, you're probably a bit like me, but I mean, I haven't even revealed myself, but you're here listening, so at least we resonate on some level. But like, not everyone's gonna like me, and we're all drawn to different personalities, whether it be by the star signs or just how our mood is on the day. And so in fiction, main characters are blessed with something called plot armor. This protects them from ever leaving the story, because the story is about them. And in our reality, the best plot armor that we can build is probably money. So making wealth is kind of important. And also you can see the main character is represented in a never say die attitude, or what some people call main character energy. And like, we've all met somebody who probably seems to exude this type of energy in our day-to-day life. Talking about the people who like walk into a room and take command, like some people probably found it in a boss that they've had, or some people are lucky enough to have it in their friend group, or maybe the person is them, and if it's them, they're probably not listening to this because they're off leading like main characters are doing. But if you're listening to this, you probably have some energy that you can gain to be more main characterish, as I do. But we've all met somebody who has that type of energy. And it's often really just the ability to move past your fear towards a goal you have in mind with your boundless energy that comes from the passion you have to accomplish that goal. That's really all that main character energy is. It can be represented with high energy, it can be represented with low energy. It's mainly about the people who are getting that momentum and pushing forward, because like those are the people that we follow. They're the ones who invigorate us and get us feeling energized when we're feeling tired or down. So as I was saying earlier, MCs can come in many different forms. For example, I have a roommate who at first glance you would be like, they're probably not too impressive. Around 6 feet tall with tats and nothing that really sticks out. They wear glasses too, so you might be like, you look kind of nerdy. Like their personality is reserved and usually relaxed, though they do have a fiery side when it comes out. You see that every once in a while. And then they got a pretty good sense of humor. But most people would consider them to be fairly an average individual off the bat. However, this chill person who enjoys spending most of their days just smoking weed and talking to people that they enjoy is actually filled with many main character traits and has knocked it out the park multiple times. Get that? That average off the bat, but they're knocking it out the park? Okay, anyway. They've already retired in their mid-30s. Retired in your mid-30s with a mountain of money that nobody is probably aware of. They're probably not even aware of the size because it has to be hidden like that, as you'll see as I keep going. They have been engaged over 10 times. They have become a recognized politician. They have led multiple grow operations, including creating a strain of White Widow that was so potent that they just offhandedly threw it into the High Times competition, and then they wound up walking away with winning the best OG grow of the year. They've also been a multi-millionaire, and we don't know how much money they've made. And finally, here's the kicker. They are retired in their mid-30s. And the kicker is this person has been locked away in jail. They just got out recently for a bit over 10 years for a crime they did not commit. Millionaire, politician, super recognized, engaged 10 times, and they lost 10 years of their life for a crime that they did not commit. And we know this is factual because they are out now, and the reason that they are out is because the person who got them locked up in the first place came out and said that everything they said was lying and it was fabricated, and they basically were trying to use them as a kingpin figure to get their own way out of what they had done. So not only does this person have all this, they probably also have a lawsuit that's probably going to get them like multiple millions of dollars too on the horizon. And then all of this from somebody who would you look at and you'd be like, it's just a person. A ridiculous resume, mid-30s. They just look like a chill, relaxed person because they were able to bring main character energy to different endeavors in their life and get things that they weren't even aware they wanted. And they even got so high up that people wanted to bring them down, and they paid the price for it, but they're still out here enjoying life, bringing happiness to people, and they're gonna be back on their feet because they know they've done it before. So your personality doesn't limit you. Really what limits you is what you aim to achieve and the level of your perseverance to keep pushing forward. So if you keep talking and improve your speech, eventually someone's going to listen. And from there, you build your tribe, you build your village. And if you keep going and build from strong fundamentals, you will eventually become a force to be reckoned with. Like, everyone can become a main character. You just have to figure out how best to harness your energy. Your energy. Your enemy is your energy. And you gotta watch for the enemy who try to steal your energy. Get it? Your inner G. Boy, get at me, man. This is coming off the top anyway. So, appropriate that I just went into a little rhyme because this resonates for me as rappers, because we're supposed to be big and bold and outlandish, but I mean, it's not my normal personality. I mean, if you know me, you'll know that. You'll see that. I'll show that for you. But, like, I don't have the strong inclination to go out and strut my stuff for literally everybody, because unfortunately, I've found over the course of my life, people tend to like me if we talk and get to know each other for a while, and I just ain't got time for all that, man. I just don't. I'm sorry. I got time for helping you through this type of thing, but if you see me in the streets and come up to me, it's gonna depend on the day, man. I can't hold you, bro. I can't hold you. It's going to depend on the day, but we're picking it up, we're lifting, we're finding gratitude in everything that we do, and that's how we're trying to reach that point where I can help anyone who needs it. But anyway, so yeah, rap's supposed to be big and bold. I got that sometimes, but you know, we're gonna keep on going as I reveal more about my life. But we're already getting kind of deep into this one. Like, originally today's video was supposed to be about me and my life, and you know, but you know, the boy goes when the boy goes, you know. So we're here, we're just talking about what I just talked about. So it'll probably also take a whole set of videos to go over my life in order to do it how I want to do it, so I can still make succinct points as we go along. So there's something to take away from, other than, damn, dude, that's kind of rough, or shit, man, you had that shit, dude. Ah, fuck, bruh. It's different shit like that, man. There's, I mean, we don't even know, man. What up? Anyway, so let me wrap up with saying we all have potential to be the MC with the mic in our hands, man. But you first have to have the courage to step up and grab it. If you don't, then you probably need to work harder on your craft. You got to build up that inner confidence so you feel like you got something to give, and you can give it with that gusto, man. Move with gusto, so people kind of like follow you. And they can be like, hey, yeah, man, I like the vibe, man. This is cool. I'm gonna stick around here and see what happens. Hey, yeah, this is nice. But yeah, I'm here now because I know that I have a lot to give, and I just need to figure out the right way to produce it. So as I continue on the 30-day challenge of mine, I'm starting off really simple. Write for 45 and make a video. I mean, I'll learn editing and everything else along the way. Maybe 30 days becomes 100 days. Maybe I slow down the releases to raise the polish. I don't know. We will see as we go. But thank you for stopping by, and I hope you learned something or found some insight. Approach the world with gratitude, and you'll be surprised by what it gives back. So thank you, and have a blessed day.